Hi, hello viewers. Welcome to CVR English. Today we have a very special guest with us. Actually, she is known as the firebrand of Khamamm, but what I like to say her is she is not just fire, she is also a wildfire. So let us speak with her today and let us know more things happening all around India and especially in chilling Delhi to hot Hyderabad. Let us speak to a person who can define India in her own words. Hello, ma'am. Namaste.
Namaste.
So, how is it, ma'am, coming back from chilling Delhi to hot Hyderabad? What's the difference you're seeing?
Nothing. I think things are heating up in Delhi also. Now that Lori is over, the season also changes and the political heat has increased there with the elections going on. So let us see.
So, ma'am, last time when I interacted with you, before time was you were not having this Rajya Sabha seat.
Right.
I think I am lucky charm for you.
Thank you.
Because
Yes,
giving
yes.
last interview to me, you got your seat 1 week.
Yes. So let's see. Now I'll get another elevation.
So, ma'am, you are also head of JAT community once upon a time.
Yeah.
You have seen much more Haryana politics because when I am small, I saw one of your interview in NDTV. You were in a tractor in Haryana.
Yeah.
I remember that video a lot.
Yeah.
In a small house, you
Yeah.
were camping all over Haryana.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Congress lost Haryana. So it seems till the last day of election, till the voting was happening, till tomorrow the election results are coming. But today exit polls are also have come. Everything was positive towards
Yes.
Congress, but
Yes.
still Congress lost Haryana. May I know the reason, ma'am?
Well, we are still trying to get some feedback. We are working on it to find out why this has happened because Haryana was actually considered a sure shot election. So we've got to find a reason. We don't want to sound like sour grapes by blaming one thing or the other. So when our fact finding is going on, and we are also talking to thousands of people, not just the leaders, because from there you will get a biased view, but from the common man also we are asking what actually happened. And there are many questions and many red flags that have been raised. So we need to see that and come to a conclusion and do a course correction. More important than anything is to examine, also look within to see where the fault lines were, and we need to now get back to the ground because that is the only answer.
Excluding Haryana, ma'am, one more state I see in India where Congress lost, where it was winning is Chhattisgarh. After the loss of Chhattisgarh, violence in Chhattisgarh is increasing day by day. Combing operations are happening.
No, these horrific encounters, I have to question that. I don't stand saying that yes, the Naxalites should be, but I don't think these kind of encounters where you're doing mass massacres and how much of it is genuine is something that we have to, if we have a conscience. I mean, what a shocking this, what third rate levels are we falling to? What is she talking about? I'm sorry, but I think we have reached some new lows. Every time I think we can't sink more than this, the BJP outdoes itself and we sink to those levels.
Ma'am, you were minister in cabinet for a very good time. Have you ever met Hemant Biswa Sharma when you were cabinet minister?
He was part
No,
of
what
Congress.
was he then and what's he now, ma'am?
I don't know. I always respected Hemanto and his intelligence. He was a well-connected, hard-working man. He was a capable fellow. But somewhere I think he's lost his soul. He may not agree, of course he won't. But this is my opinion, I may be wrong. But I really feel sad that such a man of such intellect and such capacity is misusing that for temporary gain. So what can we say?
One more thing, ma'am. After this 99 seats, see, BJP anyhow they'll make jokes on Congress once they have won the game. No, what I meant is after getting 99, we are seeing one more version of Rahul Gandhi. It may be a 2.0 or any other thing, or else his aggressive version. We can consider Rahul's aggressive version is going on now. Many bills, like either you may take it as example, lateral entry, or many other such things went back. I mean, can we take it as an achievement of Rahul Gandhi?
Look, Rahul Gandhi is not interested in personal achievements or anything. He is fighting on a principle. And the principle is that you can't do these. What is this lateral entries, bhai? From where have you brought this? How does that help the cadres who are already there? And how justified is it? We are not against new ideas, we are not against new theories, but you've got to substantiate. You just can't wake up one day and say, ha, hello, I want to do this. It doesn't work like that. You have to be accountable to the country. And that is the battle that Rahul Gandhi is fighting. It's not for personal gain. He's not asking for anything for himself. He's doing it as a sense of responsibility. It's been something that he has been seen and held accountable for from the time he's born. Because he saw his grandfather, he saw his grandmother, his great-grandfather, he saw his grandmother, he saw his father. He saw horrific price that the family has paid. And somewhere, something, it should be worth it. And this is his commitment to the country, that it doesn't matter what happens to me, but I want to do this for the nation, that all this has been worth it, that I have done this for the youth of the future, that they'll have jobs. I've done this for the nation, that India will hold her head high as a matter of national pride. I've done this for the citizens in this country. And that's what, because he's seen, that's what the Congress did. We had public sector undertakings, we built scientific institutions, we've brought the green revolution, we brought the white revolution, we've done all this for the country. And so that's in his blood, he can't help it, he's going to continue fighting. And I admire that.
Ma'am, one more thing where we can see Rahul Gandhi is aggressive nowadays is, he is very much vocal about the things happening down south. Because till last time, until he won Rai Bareli once again in 2024 elections, till that time he was a MP of Wayanad, now which Priyanka Gandhi is taking care of, Priyanka ji is taking care of. But one thing we can see in Delhi elections, ma'am, there's a person called Ramesh Bhadoria, he was also a parliament member. He spoke such a foul language in parliament where everyone condemned him, including the BJP cadre. Maybe some people have supported him for the things what he have done, but that language is not at all accepted. After the thing happening also, BJP gave him an MLA ticket and he's contesting from Delhi, and now he is speaking ill about Priyanka ji. How can we see?
Nothing new. We are not so fragile that we are going to be shaken by one dirty foul-mouthed fellow who's been authorized by giving him a ticket. Is that something new for BJP? Not at all. You remember the man who harassed the Haryana medal winners? Dirty fellow. He misbehaved with all those girls. And it took the BJP government so long for them to wake up. The Prime Minister didn't even take so much cognizance of it.
Brijbhushan sir.
Yes. And then after that, he, his son, everyone is given backdoor entries. And they're again empowered to sit there and harass the girls. After that level, what do you expect? We are not surprised. Now it is for the citizen who has to sit up and say, if this man can do this. And Priyanka Gandhi is who? She's also the daughter of someone, the wife of someone, the mother of someone. She's a woman. There are laws in this country. I know, I was Minister Woman and Child. And we brought in laws that anyone who speaks which is denigrating to the status of a woman, it's an IPC section, he should be arrested. But they're shameless. They're absolutely shameless BJP. They're deeds. That's how they treat their own women. And this is what they expect, that the public will support them. Well, then the public will be accountable.
A Congress contestant, ma'am, recently in Delhi, he openly said that Kejriwal is an anti-national, Kejriwal is corrupt, Kejriwal is this, that. Ma'am, leaving all this, what contestants say about each other, what myself saw in Delhi, ma'am, I was there in Delhi for a while. I was there in Delhi for more than the period of liquor scam. That 9 months I was there in Delhi. Ma'am, I have never seen such thing happen in independent India, ma'am. If you buy a single quarter and a quarter free, if you buy a half free, if you buy a full free, this was the thing happened in Delhi. If Congress win, will that sales be accounted? because it's not the correct thing which happened in capital of city.
How could anyone afford to do it is what my question is.
It happened, ma'am.
I know, I heard about it. Well, I'm very puzzled, but I don't think that's something. We were in Delhi, Sheila Dikshit ji was
from
there for
long-
so
yeah.
long, and this never happened during her time. So there's nothing for us to reiterate today. It's her son who's contesting, and he has lived by the principles of Sheila Dikshit ji, Sandeep Dikshit ji. Has always been for the common man, and he's worked on the ground whether his mother was CM or not. And even as CM, he never took advantage of her. She never allowed it, and he never took it. So neither he nor his sister. And so they're working. So if the public remembers this, then he should win. Because the other two contestants are questionable.
No, I asked Manoj Tiwari, ma'am. He was also an MP from Delhi. I asked him. He's a funny man actually. He's a very good person by heart. I asked him, sir, ऐसा हुआ है? For 1 quarter, another quarter, for 1 half, another half, for full. If you take 2-3 fulls, there is a baggage or some even gifts also.
Acha.
That was very
For
funny.
that in duty free they give you. If you buy something, they give
Yes,
you one
in
baggage
duty free
or
it's
something.
accountable, ma'am, but on a private,
that's
that's
bizarre.
not accountable, right? So I asked him, साहब जब इतना सब कुछ दिन दहाड़ में हो रहा था, तो आप क्या कर रहे थे? He was like, no, the minister will take care of it, damn this. Boss, when it was happening in front of your
Under
eyes
his
in the
nose,
Delhi, what you people were doing?
Nothing. That's
Will-
why.
No, when politician will get accountable, ma'am. See, if something is happening in front of you, I mean, as I know you better, if you see something bad happening
I
in front
will
of
not
you, you
stop.
won't allow. He's a member of parliament from 2-3 times. He's also a very famous personality all over North for the Bhojpuri fans and all.
Yeah.
When someone asks him a serious question, he's like, no answer. How can we see this?
No, I'll tell you the nice part about politics is number one, I think it is the most transparent system, much unlike what people think. Everything comes out. There are no secrets in politics. It is bound to come out. Number one. Number two, we are held accountable. Every 5 years, we go back to the people and they hold us accountable. Doesn't matter what dialogue bazi we do. But Pradhan Mantri said, "Ab ki par 400 par," nothing happened. Par was very
Actually,
far.
there is a meme, ma'am. Actually, I shared a meme last time with you, like about the parliament
Yes.
attack. You hope you remember.
Yes.
The meme which went viral after 99 seats of Congress and no 400 par of BJP was, अब के बाद 400 par, उसके बाद 500 par, उसके बाद संसद par.
यही होगा. There's one vote, one nation, one vote. That's
So
what they're
coming
trying.
back to down south politics, ma'am, KTR, he is facing very serious allegations now. He, in one of his interviews or press meet, recently said that if BRS comes to power once again in this state, will rename everything which is named after Gandhis.
That's his goal. Is that his aim in life? Now there are two questions here. One is if, which I think is never going to happen. That's one story. And the second is, I thought he was an educated man. And this is the benchmark he's setting for himself. That everything that's named by Gandhis is what you're going to change. That is your goal. You're not thinking of taking Telangana to new levels, what you can do for the youth, how much technology, artificial intelligence, whether you'll keep the cultural profile of Telangana, you'll write the history of, none of that. How sad. That's all he is, very disappointing.
Ma'am, I particularly when I was watching Bharat Jodo Yatra, ma'am, the yatra started from down south,
Yes.
from Kanyakumari.
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi ji spent a very good days in Tamil Nadu, which is a very good ground for Congress. After that, he went to Kerala, where he himself was representing.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he went to Karnataka, where you got government that time very recently. From there, he entered Andhra Pradesh, ma'am. The very sad part is that, ma'am, people were waiting for the opposition leader to come to them. But Rahul Gandhi gave only 3 days of time for Andhra Pradesh.
Look, the map of Bharat Jodo was already done.
Okay.
And the preparations and the timings, because so many people were walking, accommodations, tickets for people who were traveling, the vehicles, food, all this. I mean, it's a marathon project to be able to do. To suddenly change course in between, it is a little difficult. Not that he didn't want to give time, or even the Amravati farmers went and joined his
Yes,
yatra. They
yes.
walked along
No,
with
they
him.
are the people who told me only
Yeah.
3 days for
Yeah,
us.
that's true. For every place that he went, there was a demand that he should be there for 30 days. But that is his charisma. And that was the demand from people. Now, it's not always possible. We would have liked it. Telangana and Andhra, we would have liked it much more. But it didn't happen, unfortunately, because all this was pre-prepared. Those guys should have asked for his time then. Last minute, we can't deviate because there's so much at stake.
Ma'am,
The logistics are incredible. So,
have you seen this two things collateralizing each other, ma'am? Ex-CM of Andhra Pradesh, Rishikonda Palace, and ex-CM of Delhi, Kejriwal's Sheesh Mahal.
Sheesh Mahal.
How do you see the CMs building lavish houses?
Well, one way to see it is it's a good thing they build them because they're there permanently. It's not their personal property. So it will, some other CM will occupy it and thank them for it, for building. The second thing is, I think the more important thing is to remember, as long as it's clean and serviceable, it must reflect the needs of the hour. And so this Rishikonda Palace or what, I've never seen it. And the Sheesh Mahal was totally unnecessary. To go to such extravagant levels is a bit vulgar.
Actually, there
It's
are
vulgar,
many-
and considering he always claimed he was Aam Aadmi, I'll be very happy if every Aam Aadmi has a Sheesh Mahal. The day that is achieved, I'll be very happy. I'll congratulate him. But this was unnecessary. It is unnecessary, and it's arrogance to think that you will not be questioned. How do you think that you will not be questioned? How do you think that this is not going to come into public domain? Wow, that's incredible.
Ma'am, coming back to Andhra Pradesh, ma'am, there was a time when a specific community from Andhra Pradesh was compared to Jews. There was a time, people may accept it or not, but it was ground reality which happened in Andhra Pradesh. After that, YS Sharmila took over Congress in Andhra Pradesh. Ma'am, to talk about ground reality which is happening on ground, parties have become much more caste polarized. If you go to north, we can see that religional polarization. If you come to down south, we can see caste polarization. Like TDP is representing a specific community, Janasena is representing a specific community. What people are thinking, it's not my opinion, and YSR Jagan Mohan Reddy's party is representing a special community. When YS Sharmila ji took over Congress, there was a hope that yes, the alternate version is also coming. If you join AP Congress, it's just an idea, ma'am. People from ground have said me, and I'm conveying it to you. Both a Reddy and a Khamma will come to a same place where this polarization can come to an end. Is this not a valid point?
See, I'll tell you, this generation, today the youth who are online, I don't think they're concerned about castes. All our youngsters who are abroad now contributing to the economies and intelligence of other governments are people who are not involved in caste and creed. All our NRIs who are sitting there, much as they have their festivals and everything, every community celebrates their festivals, fight the same wars. So we do that. But unfortunately, we've always been caste-based in India, our elections, much as we try not to. We're still caste-based and we still vote in that segment. We look for our heroes amongst them. And very few people are able to transcend that and establish themselves as leaders who are not caste polarized. And I think for a long time I enjoyed that benefit where no one considered me a particular caste because I myself didn't associate with a particular caste. I was a service officer's daughter, and I grew up believing that every citizen is my responsibility. I'm accountable to them. And that worked. It worked. And I don't think people voted for me on caste factor. But the fact is that unfortunately this divide in society is like that, and in a way there's a dichotomy because a lot of communities have also become self-aware and they say if they can, why can't we? So it brings about an awareness and a return to their roots and all that also. It's a process, it's an evolution that is going on. We can say what we want and we can feel what we want, but ultimately it will come to that that melting
Conclusion.
point, and it will come to a conclusion.
So, final question before concluding the interview. You were one of the ministries of women empowerment, and that you were taking care of that ministry. And during that, when you are handling that ministry, you were very vocal about women empowerment and all.
Yes.
People from different ages or different regions, when I think you know this case which recently happened, ma'am, Atul Subhash,
Yeah.
and yeah,
He killed himself.
yeah, he killed himself. When it's a very serious issue, ma'am, because whether it may be men or it may be women,
Yes.
no one should like ill practice of legal issues
Yes.
can't be done.
Yes.
So will you accept this, ma'am? And people from a particular party or a particular fan base took your old videos
I
and
know.
you,
I know they were. It
Yeah.
was going viral about all this. Now
let's clear, ma'am.
no,
What's
no,
your,
there's nothing to be clear about.
Okay.
That you are quoting something out of context. You are the people edit and they show it. It's fine. It's a passage of time. They always do this. They take a certain part and they show it. They don't see the aage piche of it. Rules are being misused every day. From your parking ticket till your income tax, the Dalit SC/ST law, every day false cases are filed against people.
100%.
And so this goes on everywhere. And women, I think, even SC/STs have some privileges, women have even less. And if you remember at that time, that era, women were being burnt because they didn't bring a fridge, because they couldn't bring one Godrej Almara. They were less respected and burnt at that time. And so we brought in that law of domestic violence, which didn't go down too well with the men. So you have people who say that, oh, then what about men? I'm not saying that men should, but men should understand that when they do something against a woman, it didn't stop us from that Nirbhaya case. It didn't stop people after that, so many cases. Despite all the strict laws, this still happens. And to date, if women go to police stations, we are not allowed to sit. They take away our phone. They use foul language against us. This is not acceptable practice. So as an off-the-cuff remark, I will say that, look, let the men understand. They also need to be taught a lesson. That doesn't mean that I subscribe or prescribe that someone should die. In Atul's case, the judiciary also let him down. And that is unfortunate. When a citizen, the media won't support, the politician won't support, the judiciary won't support. If all the pillars of the thing is, what does he do? He kills himself. I think that is the most distressing situation in our country. That if a citizen finds no other recourse other than to poison his own children and his wife and kill himself because there is no help, I think we have failed collectively. It doesn't matter which government, who people, what gender. But I think as a society, we have collectively failed and we should be ashamed.
So this was an interacting session with Sri Garapat Renukha Choudary, and this is Tummal Srekhar Choudary with you. Thank you.